Hi, everybody. It is me again. If you're new, if you haven't seen my videos before, I'm S.A. Crow. I am a romance suspense author. I also write urban fantasy noir mystery under the pen name Anne Crow. My puppy just came across to try to get my attention, or thinking that I'm speaking to her. No, go lay down. Go lay down. Hi. Gimme. Gimme. I think. My tongue is not working. So yeah. Uh, this is a special event I'm running. I'm trying to do more of those this year, of these. And this one is Tea with Jane Austen because Pride and Prejudice was published in January. And so to celebrate that and celebrate badass that was Jane Austen, I thought we would do a little event. She's my theme for this month. Um, we're brewing up uh, something delightful as we sit down. Jane Austen. I've got some English breakfast tea with creamer. Uh, if you're drinking something nice and warm, oh, the best part of the winter, drinking tea in the winter, is putting your hands around your mug, isn't it? That is the best part. So grab your favorite cup of tea or your coffee or whichever you like. And we're going to explore the wit and wisdom and timeless appeal of one of literature's most beloved authors. Um, so first, we're going to start with, where'd it go? I know you're somewhere. Hmm. I knew. Nope, that's not it. That's the letter. It's the side effects. That's that. That's name. Oh, there we go. Hold on a second. We'll get that to replay. So Jane Austen's novels. Uh, get that to stop. There we go. Um, so Jane Austen's impact on literature is undeniable. She gave us a blend of humor, romance, and biting social commentary. Yes, if you actually, there are copies of her novels with annotation. So there are things that tell you about what this comment actually, what this part of the dialogue actually means, what she's trying to say here, what this had to do about commentary at the time. I so want to get my hands on those. Um, they've inspired countless authors, but also modern adaptations, games, even interactive experience. You can go to Jane Austen events that are held all over the world, and dress up as a Jane Austen character, or in Regency clothing, and go. Um, have you ever played one of those Jane Austen inspired board games or video games? I have not. I have not. But I have done uh um a friend of mine play she's an opera singer, but she's also an actress. She plays in plays and things like that, musicals. I think that's how she really got started, was musicals. And she got cast as Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice in her town. So I went up there to see her play Lizzie Bennet because, Elizabeth Bennet is one of, uh, you're looking for a sharp wit. Elizabeth Bennet is one of those. So she watched like all the versions of Sense Pride and Prejudice that there were out there, and she found her favorite. And I said, "Have you seen the modern one that that Hank Green produced?" And she said, "No, I hadn't." And let me see if I can find it for you, because it is very well done. Um, I'm going to try searching for it that way. Hopefully it will come up. Okay. And it's called the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. And I'm going to share that link. But you can find it on YouTube. It's a YouTube story done. And it is so beautifully done. And we were like, how are they going to do this? And how are they going to do that? And they found a way, and it is fantastic. I highly recommend it. They also did, I think they did Emma, and I think they did, I know they did Frankenstein. There's also the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Has a website. Yeah, it's all episodes. But yeah, it was fun to watch together. We watched that together, and it was very fun to sit there and, one of us would share our screen and chat, and we would watch. But yeah, I highly recommend the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Um, and what's your favorite Jane Austen inspired pastime? So if you're watching the watch, please share your favorite pastime, Regency pastime. I fully admit, if I were in the Regency, um, and I could afford, or I was near someone who was nice enough to lend their library to me, I would definitely be one of those girls that was reading. Um, Probably cross stitch. I would probably cross stitch. Crochet was not. I don't think crochet. I'm trying to remember how old crochet is. It's not as old as you think. How? Okay, Google. How old is the act of crochet?
Crochet is believed to have originated in the 15th or 17th century. Early origins.
Hmm.
While the exact origins are uncertain, it's thought to have evolved from needlework techniques in places like South America, the Middle East, and China. Documented history. The earliest recorded crochet patterns date back to the 19th century. Let me know if you'd like to learn more about the history.
So, let me look at her date. Hold on. I have the date of her death somewhere in here. So yeah, they would have had crochet. I probably would have crocheted. Crocheted, read, loved walking. I would probably walk a lot. I'd probably be very brown. Or I'd have a big sun hat. Um, but yeah, that's something that, picking up from stuff, I would probably do. I would probably be very much the observer of people. And so when I did talk, I would probably have some biting things to say. All right. Okay, so here is the link, and I will share this in the description as well. But here is the link to the Which Bennett Sister Are You quiz. Let me get that. display capture up for you guys. So I'm going to take this as we're watching. So which Bennett sister are you? What is your dream job? Ooh, when I was young, I wanted to be a teacher. I think I'm still a teacher. So you are invited to go on a beach holiday with a friend. What are you most excited about? Walks along the beach, along the headland, reading on the beach, having a holiday romance. Ooh. Everything you can't believe your luck, posting lots of MB I think reading on the beach. It's your sister's birthday. What do you get her? Ooh, something fun and frivolous, an Amazon gift voucher, her favorite bath products. I actually got my sister bath products this year for her birthday. Her birthday was this month. When looking for love, where do you find it? Oh, hmm. I don't. It'll happen when it happens. Of these, do you most dislike? Being ignored, being interrupted, being laughed at, being told you're wrong, being talked about. Ooh. Destiny Hon. Being interrupted by the dog. Which part of Pride and Prejudice is your favorite Jane? Which, apart from Pride and Prejudice, is your favorite Jane Austen novel? My favorite Jane Austen novel is Persuasion. I am Anne Elliot. There's never an excuse for preferential treatment. Not applicable. You always try to forgive people. Ignorance. Looking a mess. Rudeness. Rudeness. There's no reason being rude. What's the best thing about Christmas? Giving presents. You are happiest when clothes shopping, being productive, dancing, helping someone else on a country walk. Being productive. I like to be productive. Ooh, I'm wondering if I'm going to get married. Your friends might say you can sometimes be a bit what? A bit shy, a bit stubborn, a bit of a know-it-all, a bit too easily led, a bit of a flirt. Ooh, I am a flirt. And I am a bit of a know-it-all. What do you say, Jen? Um, oh, I said know-it-all. I got Mary Bennett. I knew it. 40% Mary Bennett, 30% Jane Bennett, 20% Elizabeth Bennett, 10% Lydia. At least I'm very few, a little bit of Lydia. Poor, where's the other? There's another sister that's around Lydia's age, and she sometimes get ignored. Thing, I, Mary Bennett. I knew it was going to be Mary Bennett. She's, she's kind of the. Oh, I feel for Mary. I love Jane though. Jane is a sweetheart. She is the sunshine. Elizabeth is yeah. So I would love to hear who you got if you do that quiz. Um, let's find out. Are you sharp-tongued as Elizabeth, shy and sweet as Jane, or maybe you're the independent and bookish Mary? Share your results, please. I'm dying to know what you got. Okay. So now we're going to do a T this or that. So let me pull it up over here so I can read that better. This or that, this or that. Where'd you go? I hope you're enjoying yourself. Okay. All right. So what would you blank choose? So are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So ginger or peppermint? Jen says peppermint. I would choose ginger. Um, scones or muffins. Jen, muffins. Um, I like muffins. I like muffins. Though, because to us, scones are just a biscuit, and biscuits aren't sweet. So it's like, yeah. Um, cup and saucer or mug. Jen says mug. I do prefer a mug of tea. Um, but I do like mug and cup and saucer. Tea bag or loose tea. Tea bag, Jen says. It depends on the tea. No sweetener or honey or sugar. Honey and sugar. Iced tea or hot tea. Both. Yes, both, both, both. Vanilla extract or milk. Both. Jen says neither. Um, spiked tea or kombucha. Spiked tea. I, I am not a kombucha fan. Jen says neither. You don't want tea with alcohol? We grew up. I think every kid of the '80s grew up with hot toddies, where it was some form of tea, lemon, honey, and alcohol, and that's what you would be given if you were sick. Tea or coffee? Jen says coffee. Tea for me. I quit tea in college. Um, weirdly enough, best time to quit coffee, right? Is when you're at college, a junior. Yeah, no, I was a sophomore at college. Oh, I was working on my 4 year. So, um, things only Jane Austen fans can relate to is our next thing. So, if you're a true Jane Austen fan, you'll definitely relate to these moments. Quoting Mr. Darcy's iconic line, "You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you." Rewatching your favorite adaptations on a rainy day. Yes. Yes. uh, if it were a rainy day and I was in the mood, I would watch my favorite adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, my favorite adaptation of Persuasion. That would probably be top of the list. And then third would be Sense and Sensibility with Alan Rickman and Kate Winslet and Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant, I think it is. No, Kenneth's not in that. Yeah, no, Kenneth's not in that one. She's Kenneth Branagh. I was like, no, Kenneth's not in that one. Wishing you could attend a Regency ball just once in your life. It would take some prep work because I'd want to dance. So I would have to learn how to do some of the dances. Because they're very particular. So if you can think of any pastimes, I love reading Persuasion. So I would probably listen to the audiobook Persuasion. Would be another one of mine. All right, so our next one is your Regency name. So let me pull that up so I can read it on here. Soon as I can find it, it's somewhere. Here we go. All right, so your date of your birth. So Jen is the 5th, so Caroline. Mine is the 27th, so Harry or Henry. Month of birth, Jen is July, so it would be Drewy. Caroline Drewy. Mine is August, so it'll be Western. First initial, which is S, of Wimswell. Henry Western of Whimswell. Jen's would be of Pemberley. So Caroline Drury of Pemberley. Aw, Jane. You're a Pemberley. uh, let me try to move this up for some people so you can see the bottom half if you're needing to. Let me know what your Regency name is. Love to know that. Um, everyone, I love those little games where you pick things. Share yours in the comment. All right. So, what is your favorite Jane Austen novel? Um, Jane Austen gave us 6 incredible novels: Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, Persuasion, Northanger Abbey, and Mansfield Park. Which one is your favorite and why? And which one is not your favorite? For me, of course, it's Persuasion. Something about Anne Elliot's quiet strength, and of course, Captain Wentworth's devotion. Oh, I love Captain Wentworth. Um, my least favorite novel is Emma. I think Emma's is a very much of a busybody. I have a hard time with Emma. I have a hard time with Emma. But I'm sure that was, the thing, matchmaking. So I would love to hear what your favorites are. What's your favorite Jane Austen novel? She hasn't read one apparently. So, okay. Jane Austen, hands down, was a girl boss of literature. Hands down. She's the original. She wrote stories about women navigating societal pressures and finding their voices. She was one of the first women's literature novelists. Like, she wasn't writing gothic romances that were popular of the time that women wrote. It was very taboo for women to write. And she did this all the time when women authors often face tremendous challenges. And just her intelligence and yeah, I mean, there's so many adaptions that you probably don't even know are adaptions. Like Bridget Jones' Diary is an adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. Uh, the one with Reese Witherspoon, not Reese. What was the name of it? It came out in the 90s. Clueless. Clueless is an adaptation of Emma. So it's like sometimes you don't even know you're watching an adaptation. So yeah, it's the fact that she came from not really from wealth. Like her brother did inherit wealth because he was the chosen beneficiary of a wealthy person. So he did end up getting into wealth, but her father was a curate, which meant he was kind of a priest of the Anglican Church, and he taught. So he often had male students coming to his home, live there for a while. But they didn't have like a lot of money, and so yeah, it was kind of um, a little out there that she decided to write novels, and she published, of course, anonymously at first. So, all right, our next thing is my most favorite thing. One of the reasons I love Persuasion is Captain Wentworth's letter to Anne Elliot. I swoon every time I read this letter. It's, you pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. Tell me not that I am too late, that such precious feelings are gone forever. I offer myself to you again with a heart even more your own than when you almost broke it 8.5 years ago. I don't say 8 years and a half ago. Dare not say that man forgets sooner than woman, that his love has an earlier death. I have loved none but you. And it is so good. And oh, he writes this after hearing while he's hearing an observation between his best friend and Anne. And her best friend is having to get a portrait redone for his friend, because he's remarrying, and it's a deal. And Wentworth's friend is saying that, you know, women's love is fickle, where a man's is, isn't. And she's like, I don't think so. Um, we to love longest, and even when all hope gone. And he says, well, have all verse and prose against you, saying that all poems and novels talk about the vagrancy of women's affections. And he says, yes, but that's all written by men. It's such a great line where she's like, you say this, but it's all written by men. So there's no, what is their choice in that? But this letter is so awesome. And he leaves it for her to find. And yeah, in here she's been, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Persuasion is very, very good. So if you could sit down for tea with any author from the past, who would it be? It would have to, I would want to sit down with Jane Austen. I would love to hear her thoughts on modern life and how her works have influenced generations of readers. Who would you choose? Another author I would choose to sit down with would be Edgar Allan Poe. I would love to sit down with him. Mostly because I think we would get each other's morbid sense of humor. And yeah. So who I would love to hear who you would sit down with. There are a few that I would definitely love to sit down with, but who knows? We might do a, day with them. You never know. You might inspire me. So favorite Jane Austen adaptions. So mine has to be the 1995 Pride and Prejudice Persuasion. She's inspired so many incredible adaptations. The 1990 Pride and Prejudice with Jennifer L. and Colin Firth. Oh, him coming out of the pond in the wet shirt. Best scene ever. And it used to play on A&E in the mornings when I was getting ready for school. And but my favorite is the 1995 Persuasion with Amanda Root and Cian Hines. That one is awesome. And he's the same actor that played Julius Caesar in Rome. Which adaptions do you love of hers? I mean, I'm okay with the new Pride and Prejudice that they did. I'm not okay with the new Persuasion. I think they did Persuasion. But I'm okay with that one. Hi, Elise. We're chatting about Jane Austen. We're talking about our favorite adaptions. But something about apparently the mid 90s there were some great adaptions. I do love the Sense and Sensibility that was done with Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet and Alan Rickman. And that one is really good. Which is funny because Alan Rickman and Kate Winslet did Sense and Sensibility together. And then I think he produced or directed a movie about the Gardens of Versailles, where he played King Louis the 14th, and she played the gardener. And them just sitting there, it's such a beautiful moment of them sitting there again. And I know that was one of her fond memories before he passed. Hi. Hope the writing is treating you well. Thank you so much. I have not gotten as much writing, but we are chatting about Jane Austen today because it's Tea with Jane Austen. Thank you guys for hopping in. I really enjoy this. Thank you so much. We're almost done. We're talking about our favorite adaptations of Jane Austen because she was an absolute badass of female literature. Um, uh, I do have to admit, Clueless was a better adaptation of Emma. Though I am not a fan of Emma. I just, something about Emma tweaks me wrong. Um, oh, British. Oh, but some of the warmth from my cup is gone. I have to put it back down on the warmer. That is something I would miss if I were at the Regency era, is a cup warmer. I would probably invent a cup warmer somehow, some way. I would be like, I want my mug to stay warm all the time. Um, but yes, I would love to hear your favorite Jane Austen novels or adaptions, because she was awesome. I will eventually get my hands on an annotated copy of Persuasion. I love that. Oh, I'm getting the feels. I want to watch Persuasion now. I'm probably going to pull that up on my YouTube later and watch my favorite adaptation of Persuasion. So I bought that one. Yeah, probably watch that and write some letters. Because I think I owe some more people end of the month letters, maybe. But I did get in a pen pal letter this week, so yay, pen pal letter. Um, all right, so pretty much everybody, I am done with this event. We've had a good time. I hope you've had a good time. My next one will be a Q&A for Into the Fire because we're celebrating my first novel's birthday on February 14th. So if you would like to come and join me on Valentine's Day and talk about my first novel and what it's been like to have that out for 6 years, I would really love that. So mark your calendars for February 14th. The video is already in my I already got that scheduled out for you guys, so you can click that notification on that. If you haven't clicked the notification bell on and subscribed, please do, please do. We'd love to have you back. Again, I host Tea Time on Monday where we talk author shop, and I also read my books. I just did one Monday, yesterday. That was a recap of the month and my goals for February. Check that out. I will share a link to the quiz in the description of this video. And let's see, I also run writing sprints on Fridays and Saturdays from 9 a.m. Central to 11, so for 2 hours. And I also own a writing group called On the Wings for Writers. You can check us out. We'd love to have you. Just go on to Linktree On the Wings for Writers. Look that up. You can find us. We have a Discord group. We have a Facebook group. We do the word of the day and prompt of the day and other fun things where I will also be interviewing Adrian Santiago of Books by Adrian. So you don't want to miss that. I'll be doing that February 10th. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys on Friday for some writing and productivity sprints and the last day of the month. So, woo-hoo. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Have a safe week.